just a little unwell, how I used to be.
So we're continuing looking at the obstacles on our path, and having looked at topic 2 at how do I feel, we're now moving on to topic 3, what am I thinking? Think of your mind as being like a huge movie production studio, with every moment of your life being recorded and saved in its library. Your mind holds volumes and volumes of images, conversations, thoughts and feelings, your experiences. But here's the important bit. To help us store and retrieve such large amounts of material, we have a catalogue system. And this system has the job of interpreting and categorising, making sense of these experiences. The catalogue system summarises the information into groups, often with a label or a heading. Good things that have happened, embarrassing moments, times when I stuffed up. And it's these summary labels that form the belief systems of our lives. So if anyone flips through our catalogue headings, they would start to get a sense of the shape of our life as we have interpreted or given meaning to it. Now this is true for all areas of our life, but for the moment we will just be exploring the categories relevant to our beliefs about illness or disability. So what do you think? What are my beliefs about health? What it means to be disabled? What it means to be injured? What does it mean to be diagnosed with a medical condition? In this program, we'll be looking a little deeper at the concept of health, as well as common beliefs about illness or disability. So we're going to start looking first at the beliefs in our society. How does our society think about illness or disability? It may use labels such as handicapped, disabled, retarded, visually impaired, intellectually challenged, cancer patient, suffers from diabetes, asthma, heart condition, chronically ill, terminally ill, on health benefits or pension, permanently or partly disabled. Regardless of the term, the implied belief is that the person is somehow less than a full person. And this thinking feeds a sense of inadequacy, feeling less worthwhile, which can feed into most other areas of life. Less attractive, less popular, less useful, less likely to be employed, less likely to find a life partner or have a family, less likely to be happy in life. And we've been exposed to these types of beliefs almost all our lives. No wonder they sink so deeply within us. But what about the beliefs within our own lives? Think for a moment about some of your own earliest experiences of illness or disability. How did your parents and others around you react when, for example, you were sick as a child with something like a simple cold? You were sick with something more serious like chickenpox. You fell over or injured yourself. Someone else injured you. Your mum was unwell or injured, or your dad was unwell or injured. One of your siblings was sick or hurt, or perhaps even when one of your grandparents became frail or unwell. Look, maybe people were loving and caring towards you during these times, maybe not. The family's way of dealing with illness or injury probably reflects their own unspoken beliefs within the parents and the family and the meaning that they are giving to these experiences. So, how do you think these experiences have shaped your own beliefs about health? At the moment when we are first diagnosed or we wake up in hospital after an accident, all of the old beliefs that previously had only applied to others come crashing in on us. We start to believe that we are handicapped, that our life has changed forever, and all our worst fears and prejudice are about to happen. We may see ourselves as helpless victims, doomed to live life as a shadow of our old self. Remember that in this program, we're exploring the blocks and obstacles that are a different, deeper level than the physical limitations. We're exploring the underlying thoughts, beliefs, and feelings about ourselves and the things that have been happening in our lives. In the previous topic, we worked with the emotional blocks. You know, our feelings, gut reactions, inner senses. And in this topic, we'll be working with the cognitive blocks, our thoughts, beliefs, and self-talk. That is, the things we say to ourselves and others. And it's important to remember that the emotional and the cognitive blocks interact with each other. Do you identify with any of these types of beliefs that can block us? I'm damaged. I'm not good enough. Everyone should take care of me. I can't do anything. I can't be expected to do anything for myself. My life will never amount to much. No one really wants me around. I'm being punished for something wrong I've done. There's nothing I can do about what's happening to me. There's nothing I can do to get better again. Overcoming our cognitive blocks. We recognise that we live in a society that holds certain thoughts and beliefs about health, illness, and disability. And perhaps slowly, very slowly, society's beliefs are changing. But we can't wait until society's beliefs shift. For us in this community, the issue is far too important to wait. So in this program, it helps us work through some of this by encouraging us to follow this type of approach. By looking at our own belief systems around health, illness, and disability, challenging the aspects of these beliefs that are unhelpful or downright derogative, and finally, absolutely refusing to carry within our own minds any unhelpful thinking about ourselves and the meaning of our health. We will start to look at this a little bit more deeply in the following section where we look at overcoming obstacles. So that brings us to the end of topic number 3. What am I thinking? As we're considering some of the obstacles on the path. And let's just review some of the ideas that have come out of this topic. Remember, we talked about the great library of life experiences, and we looked at some of those beliefs, some common beliefs about illness, beliefs that have come from our society and from our early childhood and the way we were raised. Then we look at how some of those beliefs impact on us at the time that we are first diagnosed or we wake up in hospital after an illness, accident. And then again we look at how those beliefs can become stuck and become cognitive beliefs, blocks on the path, and what sort of blocks these might be. And we began just introducing those ideas of overcoming cognitive blocks, which of course we'll get into much more detail in the following section, which is looking at overcoming obstacles.
I'm just a little unwell.